Good morning, people. Sorry about that. Bit late today. So, unfortunately, the guys in the UK and Spain will have to watch later because it's far too late for them now. Well, here we go. So, we're in beautiful Thailand, and the climate today is a little bit humid. Humidity is 80% today, so we could be having some rain coming very shortly. It's 28 degrees on the inside and 29 degrees outside. Life is good. As you can see, get your cash out now. It's a little bit of a warning to you guys, just to tell you to go down to the bank today, go down to your ATM and just take out a little bit of money and just store it at home. Just have it at home, yeah? Because the federal bank in America, Australia, Japan, Bank of England, Bank of Canada, Bank of Sweden, probably, the Euro Bank, have had a meeting on a Sunday, which is unprecedented. It doesn't happen. And they are sending us down a road of disaster, and now just going to make people very, very, very poor. Credit Suisse, which was in trouble, is even in more trouble now and has been sold overnight illegally. Crazy, against shareholders' wishes, etc. So just be warned, could have a little bit of turmoil in the markets today. But I'll do the charts later. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to do photos of the week. I think Anna's going to come and say hello. Oh, go show them the bubble gum. Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, got it. Off you go. So that's the lovely Anna, if you saw her. I don't know if you managed to see her. So here we go. So be prepared for more bailouts. Now, by me just saying bailouts on YouTube, YouTube will literally shadow block me. So I'm not expecting a lot of views on this video because, you know, I'm like, I say it as it is. And I'm telling you, this is the biggest bailout in history. This is bigger than 2008. Next. Saw a lovely picture. So on the pictures of the week, saw this lovely picture of Buddha over in Bangkok with Buddha in the background. And but you still see the pollution in the sky and the temple there. And just beautiful. That's a sunset photograph, that is. That is not Photoshop either. And this is the easiest thing that I found. Yeah, I found the key to happiness. Surround yourself with animals. So I've got a cookie. Surround yourself with dogs and cats and stay away from the fucking idiots. Including family members. Oh, there you go. Well, what's gone in the photographs? You can see this is the Peaky Blinder meal. This is the pork chop, which is unbelievable. Unbelievable food in Peaky Blinders. They just do it to us all the time. The vegetables there are just to die for. And Jerry come down with us, and he had a great meal there with us. And Jerry's a great guy. He's from Canada. He's going back shortly. He's a snowbird, or as we say in Europe, he's actually a swallow. So in the winter, he comes to Thailand, and in the summer, he's in Canada. And so this is a vanilla ice cream from Peaky Blinders on the right, which is homemade vanilla ice cream. Unbelievable. Good morning, guys. Good morning, Mark. Good morning, Jay. Good morning, Chris. Good morning, Nightbot. So this is what we're doing eating-wise. So this week we went out to, this was a restaurant we went to in Tepraset. This is a chicken restaurant, and it's owned by some like celebrity star. But to get into this restaurant, if you don't get there at 11 o'clock in the morning, you will be queuing up outside. We went in. We was the only Falang there, and the queues outside were like 20 people waiting for a table. The food here is fresh, amazing, and it's got a spit roast chicken. Very, very nice. And this is inside the restaurant. You see the spit roast chicken on the right, and you can see all the staff are all dressed up in flowery shirts. Looks like they're coming out of the late 60s, early 70s. Flower power, lovely. And this is the restaurant. But this is when we first got on, and you can see the people queuing already. But we got in there as it opened, yeah, because I don't like traffic jams and I don't like queuing. My aircon broke in the week. So I was up at Steve's, Valley View, having a nice, and he said, "Oh, take it down to this garage." So I took it down to this guy here. This guy, he was more than willing to be photographed. He's from Burma. He actually looks Indian in appearance rather than Thai. But he don't speak Burmese, he only speaks Thai. But he fixed my aircon. He had to replace a pipe on my aircon and regas it and blah, blah, blah. It was like 3,000 baht. It was like cheap as chips. It's so cheap here. You know, you're just not going to do any work here yourself, really. You don't bark when you got a dog, seriously. In Rayong, I'm not sure if these are in Pattaya. I'll have to check it out. But in Rayong, we got this like I thought it was like a Japanese bakery from the sign, but to me the figures look like it could be Korean. But I'm sure somebody will fact check me on that. These bakeries, I'm telling you, are unbelievable. The bread in these bakeries and the pastries and everything. It's worth coming to Thailand just to go to this bakery. Shit, every time I go in there, I've got to like really hold myself back because I want to buy so much of this stuff. So it's called Yamazaki, and please look them up on Google or whatever, and they're unbelievable. They are unbelievable. I'm telling you, you will not be disappointed. Mark, you're here, so this is just down the road from you. This is in Central Festival down in Rayong. If you get there around lunchtime, I'm telling you that food is crazy. Yeah, that's it. I think it's got one there as well. I think you're right, Jay. It's got a bakery there as well. But I don't think they got one in Central. I don't think they got one in Central Pattaya, but I'm sure somebody will correct me. While I was there, we popped into Sizzlers. So I go to Sizzlers. I don't have no main courses. All I do is have salad, and salad. The bottom right one is beetroot. I love beetroot, and it's really good for your blood and your blood pressure. So I have a plate of beetroot and pineapple, fresh pineapple, beautiful, absolutely outstanding. And then I have because somebody was moaning I don't eat enough greens. You can see that's my plate of greens. And then I followed it up with a plate of ranch dressing, really, and quail eggs. It was really good food, though, really good. I love coming down here once a week. I come down here once a week with Steve, and we have a good day down there. All the schools are passing out, so this was Anna's school getting their graduation stuff, which is absolutely fantastic. It just means the kids go up there and all their hard work through the year, they can get a little reward by standing up there. So, and they do this in the shopping centre, but it's really, really nice because it's just a nice gesture. Because unlike Europe or UK, Anna's just finished her exams. She finished her exams like 2 weeks ago. So she had exams in Thai, English, and arithmetic. So, but arithmetic is really good. Yep. Saw this mug. I thought, got to use this. Somebody posted it, so I thought I'd just swap this across. I'm retired. Don't have to do. Don't want to do. You can't make me. So that's basically sums us all up here in Thailand, really. We just do what we want to do, and there's no problem, no issue. I'm sending this because on the left-hand side, you can see this guy on the left-hand side on a life support machine. He was driving a bike in Thailand. Come off the bike. Never had the correct, probably never had a license. So if you haven't got the correct license in Thailand, even if you've got a license unless you've got an international license, an international bike license, if you come off your bike, your travel insurance company will not cover you at all. They will just wipe their hands of you. They can't wait. They just get rid of you. So if you haven't got the correct licenses here, do yourself a favor, guys. Don't drive, because now that family on the left-hand side, his family are e-begging, trying to get 50,000, which probably won't be enough to get him back to the UK, where he's got brain damage. He come off his bike. I believe he was wearing a helmet, but the helmet didn't even save him. Welcome to Thailand and motorbikes. This is the reason why I don't drive motorbikes. Horrendous. And the one on the right-hand side, pretty young girl, tragic, killed on a motorbike. Absolutely killed on a motorbike. I put this photograph on Facebook, and Facebook gave me a warning for it. So I'm surprised Facebook hasn't taken me down, really, because I can't stand them. I think, they're so woke. I can't stand them anyway. Went round to Craig's. Everyone knows Craig. Well, a lot of people know Craig. And at the Hideaway, it was absolutely beautiful around there. As you can see, the pollution is getting better. You can see a little bit of cloud in the background, but the pollution is getting better here. Not everywhere, but I'll do the weather anyway. Do yourself a favour. If you go to have one of these edibles, just be careful. Don't take a full one, yeah? I took a half jelly, and I thought to myself, oh, that's all right. I can't feel nothing. I'll take a full one. This was me half hour later. I was in a bad way. Daddy was crawling to the toilet. I was not on my hands and knees. And all the guys who come out dining with us, we've all had a good laugh about it. I can't say too much because of, again, YouTube will just take me down, because YouTube and Facebook and all that lot are just a bunch of Nazis. Yeah, so this was basically me. Yeah, so it was quite funny, really. Yeah. Right, expert thing, because I don't really give my opinion on or anymore on Thai stuff, visas and stuff like that. If you've got a question, I'll answer it, to the best of my ability, but I'm not an expert. All the expert links are down in the description. So there's a shitload of links down there, really good links. So make the most of them, So it's got everything in there, from getting health insurance to getting your driving licenses, to getting visas, and also it's got the official Thai visa portal where you can go in there and apply for your visa before you come to Thailand, which is so easy. And that is the easiest way and the cheapest way of doing it. Yeah, and you don't have to trust me. Just do your research on the internet. If you do your research, you must be an expert. And just to remind you, when it comes to the charts, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. Please use your own due diligence. But I would recommend, again, normally cash-wise, I don't carry any cash anyway. I never carry cash. But just at the moment, where the banks are, now the banks in Thailand are in quite a good position. But just moving, if you're out of the country, if you're in Australia, if you're in the UK, if you're in Europe, if you're in America, just do yourself a favour. Take out a little bit of extra cash and just keep it at home underneath your bed or something. You may need it. I think the markets are going to be all over the place. For the Fed and all these banks, these central banks, to have a meeting on a Sunday, you know what these people are like who work for these central banks and everything. They don't work Sundays. It's the first time they've worked a Sunday since 2008. So that's going to give you some idea. And the debt level is higher. So just be careful. Hello, Jim. Good morning. How you doing? Can't wait to see you in a week's time. It's a bit of a late show, this one. So that was it. So here we go. So I'm going to do climate next. And as I say, the pollution levels have improved. Which is fantastic. Well, they've improved here. And here we go. Ta-da! Can you see that, guys? So whereas before, last week, we was like up in the 150s, you can see at the moment over at Chang and over that area, it's starting to drop. It's still amber. This is still amber. This is still not. If somebody's really, really sensitive, so if you get one of these people who's like sensitive to peanuts, sensitive to fucking, I don't know, tuna or whatever, they're probably still fucked. But just be careful because anyway, it's coming down here. So this is good news. So this is like the Chonburi and the Chang area, but we are looking good. But here on the beach, because the wind this time of year comes directly off the beach, we've got no sensors on the beach, but I'd imagine it's somewhere around a region of about, around here at the moment, it's probably about 40. So we're in the green, really. We're looking really good. Chiang Rai and the north. Well, you can see the fires. These fires are all in Burma. These fires are all over in Cambodia and Laos. Hence to say, Chiang Mai, Chiang Rai, for me, it's unlivable up there. I think you got to be bloody. I know the nomads love it up there, but I'm telling you, it's so much better living here by the sea than what it is. I just couldn't live up there with that air quality. That air quality will take 10 years off your life because it's throwing that much shit into your body. This is Southeast Asia, same thing as before. So if you look down towards like southern India, Sri Lanka, and coming across to the Philippines are still looking very, very good. China's starting to calm down a bit, but you still see this massive, massive red area of burning. So you just know this like green agenda of carbon footprint. Like this is generating more bad shit than Europe and America put together, and Africa and everywhere else. This is horrendous. Although Africa's on fire as well. And if I go onto the fire map, normally put this up every week. And as you can see, everything's still on fire all around. And until those fires go out, the air quality here is not going to improve. This is the reason why I live in the Chang, Bangchang area. Another reason. If you look at this map, this graph is over the last month. And we've only had 7 days where we've been in the red. This green line, you need to be below the green line to be healthy. And you can see recently as the chart has come down. Yeah. But this is really unusual for us. I reckon last year we was only in the red like 1 day, if at all. Chris is saying Philippines is always good as long as they don't need to burn anything. Yeah, but when they burn here, they're not burning really in Thailand. It's outside, and we just get affected by it. It's the same as if you go down to the beach this time of year. If we get a storm, all the plastic comes in, but it's all coming in from bloody Indonesia. Or, it doesn't come from, a lot of it isn't from Thailand. A lot of it's from Indonesia. And here we go. And this is the weather for the next week. So we're looking at lows of 24, highs of 32 in the Bangchang area. Very, very nice. And we're looking at southerly breezes. I can't see no rain there, which is nice. It's saying humidity 69, but it's really humid at the moment. It's dropped down a bit. It's dropped down to 76. So there you go. So that's the weather for this week. And going into the markets. As I say, I'm not allowed to use the word bailout. So as a result, I will use it. I reckon these bankers have got no idea whatsoever. So a lot of these charts this week could go either way, guys. 1, there's chaos in the markets. 2, I reckon he's going to increase the Fed rate by 0.25%. I don't know. It's looking. Let's have a look. So we'll have a look at the US dollar versus the Thai baht, but don't use the word bailout. Yep. I changed my money earlier in the month where I got 35 cents to the. I got 35 to the baht. it's come down, but it is rebounding down the bottom here. There's a massive shortage in the world of US dollars, so I see this rebounding. So I'll be looking at getting, if it gets to 35 in April, when it gets to 35 sometime in April, hopefully I'll hit 35 sometime in April, I will do it. But if you actually look at this chart, there's loads of red. So if you look at a chart and you see more red than there is green, that is showing you that it's a downward trend. So at the moment, we're in a downward trend. This is only a weekly chart, though. But as I say, I was fortunate. I got 35, and I did give you guys the tip when to do it. The Australian dollar, it looks like the Australian economy is in trouble again. It really does. And again, it's so much red here compared to green. So I'd just be looking to exchange the money here on the ups rather than the weaks, but the economy there still looks weak. I think it's where your Fed rate is too low. The S&P 500, this is going to go one way or the other. If this bounces off this support line, it could go up well. If it goes down, I reckon this could just carry on going down a lot. As you can see, again, look at the chart. There's green and red, but the red still outnumbers the green. So to me, it's a downward chart. And with all these bailouts, with all this uncertainty, it's definitely not looking good in the world at the moment. You know, what do you think, Joe? It's not looking good at the moment. Sorry about that, guys. First in work doing this. Yeah, 119 days to see if the banks hold up. Yeah, I've just converted to cash. Not everything. So I've left my money. You know, my money is in gold, but I've converted 3.2 kilos in total because I just want to be in a cash position. Because the good thing about this is, if this crashes out, you can pick up things for pennies. Yeah, and this is how. The easiest way to make money is to put your money into a fund and just leave it there, like Warren Buffett says, and get the compound interest. Yeah, but I don't like doing it that way because I'm in my 60s. So when you're in your 60s, if you have a massive fall, you can't make it back up. So what I do is I go into the market and I come out of the market. So I'm a technical swing trader on that. Let's have a look how the Dow's doing. Week before, it was the worst week since June last year. The previous week to this, and you look at this week, and again, so much red, so much up and down. To me, this is a classic head and shoulders. So to me, if this goes down, this is going to go down a lot. So just be careful, guys. As I say, at the moment, I like being in cash. Natural gas, I see natural gas as a massive opportunity. I'm not telling you guys to do this. I'm not invested in this. This is not financial advice, but I'm going to be in this within probably the next 1 or 2 months. If this candle carries on coming down to $2, I'm going to have $100,000 worth. Because the way I see it, when that rebounds, to $10, which you can do quite easily, it's converted my 100,000 into 400,000, and that is just going to be a technical swing trade for me, and it's looking really, really positive for I'm looking for value in the market. So there's no point in me going out and buying Bitcoin at the moment because Bitcoin is 28 grand. So you buy Bitcoin at 28 and you sell it at 30, you've made £2,000. That to me is not value for money. Even if it goes from 28 to 50, yeah, you haven't made 50%. So what I'm looking for is value in markets. Where I see value is like natural gas, copper. So if you look at natural gas here, which is cheap, if you can get a reversal on that and it goes back up to 10, as it will do, I'm not saying it's going to go back up to 10 in a week, a month. You know, I might have to leave it in there for 1 year, 2 years, but I might have, where I'm releasing this cash, I'm looking at places where I can put money for 1 year, 2 years. Yeah, and I could put it into treasuries, but at the moment, because that whole system is just so corrupt, I just don't trust it. But a lot of guys at the moment are taking their money out of the bank and now putting their money into treasuries. Crude oil, this is just coming down and down and down, and all this shows me is this is telling me that we're heading for a massive, massive recession. Yep, gold. Gold looks like it's going back up again. It looks like it could even go up to 2,000. Just be careful with this, guys. This is oversold. I will not buy gold at the moment. I will sell it, but I won't buy it. And the reason why I won't buy it is because it's overbought. And you can see where this green lines come up, it's above the moving average. And with what the Fed's done and the Fed meeting overnight, I reckon the Fed, if gold goes up today, Bitcoin will go up today as well. Because people are running to gold because they don't trust the banks. Or can you blame them after Janet Yellen in fucking, she was terrible last week. Platinum, for those who took the profit, there's like $200 profit that was on each ounce. When I said it on the show a couple of weeks ago, if you'd taken that profit, $200 an ounce, good luck to you. I wasn't in it, as I say, because I haven't made a trade this year. I'm really sitting back in cash. The other person who's sitting back in cash is Warren Buffett. Apparently, over the weekend, the Fed have even phoned him up and asking him to buy regional banks. I don't think he's done it, though, because they would have made a statement before Asia opened, and Asia's already opened. Silver, do like silver. Silver's got up to 22. But again, don't be greedy with this. Take your profit. This is going to rebound south because silver is an industrial metal. So on industrial metals, they go either way. BTC. Well, it seems to me that last week BTC separated from the S&P 500. So where the S&P 500 and the Dow was going down, BTC flew up. So it flew up from basically 20,000 up to like 27, 28,000 in 1 week, which is great, for those guys. But what concerns me about Bitcoin is actually, I've got one Bitcoin, but my Bitcoins are 48 grand. I'm so far behind, it's unbelievable. What concerns me about Bitcoin is actually getting your money out of the exchanges. Because I don't trust Binance, I don't trust Robinhood, I don't trust Coinbase. I think they're all corrupt. It's nice when you're sitting in Thailand, you can say all these things. Dixie breaking down again, but again, it is rebounding. So if I see another candle here, this could go either way, but I see the Dixie getting stronger because there's such a shortage of candles. Oh. You didn't go live this week, Chris. I didn't see you go live. I didn't see you go live at all. I did look out on Thursday, but I didn't see you. Silvergate Bank. Silvergate Bank has been sold overnight, and basically what they've done is all those dodgy crypto assets they've got. The government have kept those. And the good part of Silvergate Bank has been bought by a bank in New York. But again, last week, anyone last week, made 33% by shorting it. Nice money. First Republic, this is in danger here because their shares beginning of the week were up towards the $70, $80. They ended up the week in 20. Yeah, so lost like 75. They lost 75% of their value last week. I think that was down 81% for First Republic. And again, this is just showing you to get your money. You need cash because some of these banks could stop you withdrawing money. And unfortunately, all the big banks are going to gobble up all the small banks. Signature Bank, same thing. Started off at the beginning of the week, $100, ended up at 63, lost over 50% of his value. This looks like it's going to be sold as well. And again, this is not good news for you or me or anyone else. It really isn't. I'm not gloating that the bank's going down. Credit Suisse has been sold overnight, like I said earlier on. That's been sold for 3.2 billion, although it's got debts of 500 billion. So I've got a funny feeling they've bought this bank and somehow let the ECB ride the 500 billion in bad debt. They're just going to print money. And where they thought inflation was going to go down, etc., inflation is just going to go up and up and up and up. And I honestly believe that the Fed and the Euro and probably the Bank of England are going to put in the digital currency as soon as possible. And the reason why they're going to do that, so they can control you on what you spend. So if you do long-haul flights to Thailand 3 times a year, they might start telling you can only fly to Thailand once a year. Because on those CBDs, they can control you fully. And basically, it's just one massive iceberg, and you can see what's happening. I saw this one, and I thought, I like this. I'm going to put this onto the show. Very nice. So you can see all the big boys at the bottom, JP Morgan, Morgan Stanley, US Bank Corp, and Goldman Sachs. And it just goes up and up and up and up and up. And it's just one big pyramid scheme. And if you look at this ship up here, which I think they think is like the Titanic. No, this is not the Titanic. This is the Fed. And Jerome Powell, he's the captain, and he's asking at the moment who wants to be captain because we're fucked. Oh, well, stop sharing, I suppose, there from there. Stop sharing. There you go. On Friday, got me 50 shares of Amazon stocks. Yeah, just be careful, Joe. I think at the moment, it's all not looking good. So that was my show for today, people. Hope everybody's doing well. I'll see you later, Steve, because I'm heading your way. We're coming up to you for the Valley View for the absolute wonderful breakfast you do up there. And I think I had a picture of the Valley View somewhere, and it's breakfast, if I can find it, because it's a marvellous breakfast. Peaky Blinders, Freshella. I don't do too bad for food, do I? This is my breakfast out of Valley View. And I say, Steve's in there at the moment. Steve's the owner. He's an Englishman. He's been living in Thailand for over 20 years. I would actually class Steve as a Thai expert and also a Philippine expert because he travels to the Philippines every 12 weeks. Great guy, Steve. Great restaurant. He's got a great missus, great staff there. And if you're ever in the area, you cannot go wrong with their breakfast. It is top of the line. Yeah, really good stuff. Great show. Yeah, see you in a while. I can't wait, Chris. Yeah. Don't tell them when you're coming, but I'll see you. Definitely see you. We'll go to a restaurant, you know. I think Jay Easy should. You're here soon, Jay Easy. You should have been here by now, shouldn't you? You want to make it back soon? Okay, yeah, no problem. The trouble is April and May they're bloody hot, you know. They're really, really hot. And it's the first day of spring tomorrow. So white rabbits. And I will see all you guys later. Stay safe and just don't invest in anything unless you fully research it, yeah. And as I say, all the expert links are down below. I've got all the health insurance down there. I've got great health insurance. It's coming back end of April. Oh, great. See you then, Jay. Look forward to seeing you. We'll have to go down to the old Lame P Beach for a day out. I think we're heading that way the first week of April. A few of us are going down there. I think there's probably about 10 or 12 of us going down there. All welcome. Who wants to come? And that's about it. So anyway, thanks very much for today's show, guys. Sorry I was late. I was just watching the bloody markets too late for me. Too late. See you guys later. Ciao.